Dr. Sella here, and what the zone dive really is, it's a six-man wedge. It's a six-man wedge between the offensive line and the A-back. So what happens is you basically set the wedge where the action key is. So if he's a one technique, the wedge is set in the A gap. And basically everybody meets at the adjacent offensive lineman. Now, if there's a two technique, the guard's going to base the two technique, the tackle's going to come down, and the center is going to scoop to engage, and he's going to get involved in the wedge. But it's set on the guard. Same thing with the three technique. If there's none of that, you'll set the wedge on the center. Now, I will concede to you that I have watched Army and Air Force play this season. A lot of times they're just setting the wedge either on the A gap or on the guard, and they're not really even getting a triple team on the center. They are spending more time having the center cut off the one technique. So that's something to look for. I made a video on that last year, but it's something for which to look moving forward. But the zone dive is a six-man wedge. Okay, it's a six-man wedge between the offensive line and the A-back. Now, when you run kick, it's a six-man wedge between the offensive line and the third guy on the surface, whether it's the heavy tackle or whether it's, if you're in flex, the receiver. So it becomes a six-man wedge on kick or zone option. Now, if you run zone option out of heavy, you can still do it this way. You'd have to run it out of heavy to run zone option, but to run kick, you would need to basically have a third guy in the surface, but it's a six-man wedge with the offensive line and then a player who's going to wedge with the tackle. So that's what makes the zone dive a six-man wedge, and you can run zone kick and zone option as a six-man wedge. Zone option, you got to run it out of heavy. Kick, you can run it either out of flex or heavy. Although I will concede that I've had clients tell me that running kick out of heavy, they've actually done better. And the likelihood is because the defense doesn't properly adjust to the unbalanced line. What a shock. They don't do it in college either. Coaches, you want to win more games in 2022, the Triple Option Football Academy is going to show you how with a three-step clinic. Over 100 hours of drill video, 50-plus hours of clinics I've done from 2014 to the present. I do a webinar with you and your staff, and I'm on call 365 days a year, and there's even more. So give me a call, and I'll see you in the next video. Talk soon.